Hello, everybody. My name is Juan Sebastián Suarez Ayala, and today I would like to discuss with you the topic: Is wrestling real? And does wrestling have an impact in the world? So, first of all, let's begin with what is wrestling. Wrestling is a contact sport that is culturally important in mankind. Why? Because it was origin even in the times of the ancient Greece and ancient Rome. It was seen for wealthy people and it was very respectful for all the community and all the population of Greece and Rome. And nowadays, there is a question that is asked frequently: Is wrestling real? So, the answer to that, it could be more complex than you could imagine. Because nowadays, with companies like WWE, that is the short abbreviation of World Wrestling Entertainment, previously known as the World Wrestling Federation in the 90s, it's seen nowadays as a fake show. Not even a sport, but more like a show. And the reason why is because there is something in wrestling nowadays called the kayfabe. What is the kayfabe? So the kayfabe is like the story that is writing for the wrestlers to develop in the shows. There is something in wrestling called a babyface, that is the wrestling that is good, like the hero of the story, and we have the heel, that is the counterpart, is the villain of the story. Also, it's very important to add that now in wrestling, it's considered fake because, as I said before, the result of the match is already established by the writers and the production. But what is not fake is the performance in the ring by the wrestlers. Why I mean that? Because it's shown actually by studies that the physical impact that the wrestlers suffer in their careers is very, very dangerous. That is one of the reasons why wrestlers have one of the shortest life range of the sport industry. Usually, wrestlers cannot surpass the 65 years old. They die very young, the reason of these stunts that they perform in the ring. However, people are still being very skeptic about the realism of wrestling because they say that when they receive punches and kicks, it's not real. But the thing that is real and cannot be fake is when they put their bodies inside tables, needles, glass, in most of the cases of extreme wrestling, and even clashing their bodies in ladders on in concrete. And that is what pays the factor later on the life. So now it is important to say that does wrestling had an impact nowadays in the world? Is has an impact in modern society? The answer to this is definitely yes, because as I said before, nevertheless, that it is seen as a show or sport entertainment, that even the WWE established the company about that slogan. It has a very large impact because the main pay-per-view of this company is called WrestleMania. It's one of the most viewed sports event and pay-per-views worldwide. It's the fifth most important sport event. The one that is over it, so you can have a range, is the FIFA World Cup. That is the importance of wrestling that it has nowadays, and not even in the sport industry. In the video games, it has been very important as well. It had a franchise of video games that has been going around since the 80s. One of the most important was SmackDown vs. Raw, a very delightful saga. My personal favorite is the SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, and it has a lot of inclusion in the budget and in the business, in the entertainment business. So finally, to summarize, it is important to know that it's not fake. It has been real, and it's being factored as the time keeps going on. And a lot of the studies are saying that it's not fake by the results of the health of their own wrestlers. And a fun fact, finally, to close up: the UFC, that is mixed martial arts, is mixed now with WWE and has its own company called Endeavor, and it's a multi-billionaire empire. And that is it. And that is the answer that we have for wrestling, if it was real, and the impact that has nowadays. Thank you so much.